I went to this local club a couple of nights ago. I thought it was going to be an open mic night, but I wasn't sure. The guy that I saw did some pretty impressive and pretty interesting magic tricks. He had quite a lot of advanced sleight of hand skills. He was very, very smooth, very, very practiced. Because he had such a well-developed magician's patter, I was pretty certain that he wasn't an amateur, that he was probably getting paid to perform. I noticed another woman that was paying very, very close attention to him, an older woman. It was like she was hanging on every word. It was almost like she was trying to see between the words that he was saying, like she was trying to find something interesting in between these words. I asked her about it afterwards, and she asked me if I noticed anything strange about him. I asked her what she meant, and she told me. She told me that I used to be in a cult. I don't really remember how I joined. I ended up in these hills that were about 20 miles from a big city. I don't remember which one. We would sit out in this open field every night at dusk in a circle and chant. And after a while, it started to feel like there was another entity chanting through us, like some kind of emergent consciousness that had organically evolved from our conscious minds, like it was chanting through us, and that this organically evolved, emergent, external consciousness was teaching us. Every night it was the same. We would begin chanting on our own, but then we would all feel this internal mental click, where this organic mind, this external sense of intelligence would take hold of our consciousness. And it would take all of our self-awareness, all of our singular points of consciousness, and somehow coalesce them into this singular external intelligence. And after that happened, we could travel through the astral plane as this singular, emergent, external intelligence. We would find very, very powerful people and take over their minds temporarily, like a spiritual parasite. We would use their earthly positions to further enhance and heighten the safety and integrity of our existence. Nobody remembered exactly what had happened, only from a very vague, very structural standpoint. Only that we were coalescing into this external singular intelligence and entering into the mind as this singular intelligence, into the minds of other people, and manipulating their consciousness like a puppet. And then people would give us land. People would send us supplies. People would give us money. We never had to work. We never had to worry. We only had to meditate individually throughout the day, and then come together and chant at night, and let that emergent consciousness that was very powerful, very intelligent, and very ancient take over our collective self-awareness. We did this every night for at least 2 decades. And then one night something happened. The externally generated emergent consciousness split and entered into each one of our consciousness individually, separately, giving each one of us the power to install these ideas into the minds of others. It was by a combination of hypnosis, storytelling, and this very ancient language. But the ancient language wasn't the words. It came across consciously as the energy between the words. The best way to install these ideas is through magic, stage magic. Because when people come to see a magic show, their minds are primed to be deceived. Their minds want to be deceived. And the mind that is ready and willing and open to be deceived is the easiest mind to manipulate, the easiest mind in which to covertly implant this ancient and powerful intelligence. That's why most magicians don't really do magic. They are really just leveraging the power of this ancient intelligence to create a group hallucination. They never really do any tricks. No sleight of hand, no misdirection, no gimmicks. They just stand there and talk. And while they are talking, they are implanting false ideas, false memories, and false expectations. And once you have these false memories and ideas implanted, your mind will be a ready and willing vessel for this ancient entity, usually while you sleep or while you are drifting off to sleep. When you shift from thinking thoughts to watching thoughts, that is precisely when the ancient entity is entering your mind and making you obedient to his intentions.